Alright, so this is my project on energy conservation, and my assignment was to see where I use energy in my life and what I could do to use less energy in my life. So I decided to do fuel consumption on this tiny little rock called Rainbow Island and see how much gas I use and my husband uses in our vehicles. So how much fuel do we use total, the two of us driving, commuting to work, taking kids to daycare, grocery stores and whatnot? And what could we do to lessen that amount? This was one idea that I had, just one idea, and I think that that would work. But I had some other ideas too. So first of all, we do our methodology and find out how are we going to get this information. How are we going to find out how much fuel we're using? So we went to the pump, same time, same place, filled up, tripped our odometers at that fill, drove our normal routes for 1 week, and decided 1 week from that time we would fill up again and see what our mileage was and how many miles we had driven, how many gallons it took to fill up. So here's what it came to. The truck, that would be my husband, drove 24.5 miles in a week, and my car was 103. So you can see who works harder. That would be me. And his truck is a little more expensive, but he doesn't drive as much, so let's see. The car was $21.24 to fill up, and the truck was $8.11. So how are we going to reduce this impact? How are we going to reduce the amount of fuel that we use? Now let's see. That's kind of recapping again. We use 7.6 gallons every week or so, which doesn't seem like a lot, but it adds up over time. That becomes, in 1 month, 7.6 gallons, goes to 3.4 gallons, and 4.8 in 1 year. So even though it's only about a gallon a day, it does add up. This was another big solution I had to reduce our energy consumption. I think if my husband would start riding a bike, that would solve a lot of our problems. This would also free up the truck for my own personal use, and I would appreciate that because the truck is cooler and it can access more rocky roads, snowy roads. I can take my dog along more often, which would be great, and I wouldn't have to drive the hideous, horrible, old lady, lipstick red Buick Century anymore, because I hate that car. Let's see. So is it worth it? The savings that we could make? Of course. If I'm using the truck more often, sure, we might end up actually using more fuel than we had been before, but it would bring me immense satisfaction, and increasing the quality of your life is always an important aspect also. Another big question is, how do we stack up with the rest of the country? Are we using about as much fuel as the Joneses here in Rainbow Island? And it's not hard to say, probably not. There's not a lot of space to drive on. Here are the 10 least expensive places to drive in the United States. Number 1, El Paso, Texas, 1.6 gallons a day. That's based on a commuting family too, just like us. And clear down to number 10, Cleveland, Ohio at 1.9 gallons a day. And for some reason, Wrangell is not on this list. They probably don't even know about us. And Anchorage is there at 1.5 gallons a day, and we're still outdoing Anchorage with only 1 gallon a day. So I think we're doing well. Pretty darn good. And if nothing else, I did learn how to use a PowerPoint and a digital camera, and that has to be good for something. And I even have a nifty sound effect right here. So that's that. That's my project on energy consumption.
The plan here.